as we reported at the top tonight, Dr. Anthony Fauci of the NIH telling Congress just today that our system of testing for the virus across this country is failing. President Trump today said about testing, it's been going very smooth. And this image tonight, it was just days ago at Mar-a-Lago. The president with Brazilian officials there, and you can see the man on the right with the hat on. He's now tested positive for coronavirus. Obviously, a lot of questions about this. The White House tonight saying the president does not need to be tested. Here's our chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl.
President Trump today insisted when it comes to coronavirus testing, everything is going according to plan.
Frankly, the testing has been going very smooth.
But today, even some of the president's fellow Republicans weren't buying it.
People should not say if you want a test, you go get a test right now. That's coming. That's not here at this point.
Well, we're not the best equipped nation in terms of testing. That's absolutely obvious.
We all want on a date. We all want to be told by Friday there'll be 10 million tests available. The problem is they can't tell us that.
And there was that acknowledgement from Dr. Anthony Fauci, the government's leading expert on coronavirus.
The idea of anybody getting it easily, the way people in other countries are doing it, we're not set up for that. Do I think we should be? Yes, but we're not.
And the president also falsely said today that everybody coming to the United States from Europe is being tested.
Well, we have them very heavily tested. If an American's coming back or anybody's coming back, we're testing. We have a tremendous testing setup where people coming in have to be tested.
That claim is not true. ABC News has spoken to multiple people who returned to the United States today from Europe who were not tested. The CDC did not respond to questions about the president's comments. Today, the president is facing questions about whether he himself should be tested after he was photographed over the weekend in Mar-a-Lago with a Brazilian official who has tested positive.
Let's put it this way, I'm not concerned.
Here is another image of the president with the same man who tested positive. Still, White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham said in a statement, quote, both the president and vice president had almost no interactions with the individual who tested positive and do not require being tested at this time.
So let's get to John Karl, and I wanted to get back to that image, John, that you just reported on, because a lot of attention was paid to what we saw today. President Trump, it was just a couple of days ago, obviously standing right next to those officials from Brazil. The man on the far right there is now tested positive for coronavirus right next to the president. We know that several Republican senators who were at that event have self-quarantined, but you've learned that the president has not been tested himself?
And David, I actually checked just minutes ago, and still the president has not been tested, and White House officials say they do not believe he needs to be tested.
All right, John, thanks.